scratched on the wall.
Oh
Bear
Lord.
bear in cabin. Mandy shot bear or something like that. Anyway, and it said something about make sure to double lock the door or whatever. So
Well, I know this one lady I know up here, they broke down her shed door just to get the bird seed. So yeah, there's something
yeah,
up.
good thing you forgot to feed your birds.
Yeah. I think he's gone. Now they spotted him about a mile away farther north, but he had killed a fawn.
Yeah.
He didn't get enough bird seed. I lost my video. Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't see anything.
Oh, okay. Maybe you should try leave and come back in or something.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
All right, James isn't on yet, huh?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Well, there he is.
Oh, he is here.
I'm
Okay, well,
here.
I'm going to
You
come.
guys are just gabbing about bears. I'm listening. I'm just setting up my my last phone.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll have to paint bears sometime. I didn't get any good photos though.
What? Come on, you gotta get up there close. Be like those, Yellowstone people. Get up as close as you can.
Yeah, I think I need a zoom camera.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stop and come back because I can't see anything, so I don't know what I did.
All right.
How are you, Jim?
I'm good, Lynette. I'm good. I'm just trying to get my phone here set up here. So second here. For some reason, it won't let me flip. There it is. Finally. I am good, Lynette. How you been? Good summer?
Doing good. I've got an upper arm problem. I have a tendonitis. I forget what they call it. Tendonitis. A tendonitis. It's in my upper arm. And every once in a while it flares up, and I'm sure it's too much painting. I mean, I'm painting like twice.
Yeah, twice a week is a lot of painting.
It is.
I'm sorry.
Tell me, what is abstract painting really?
It's mostly design. I always think it's good design, sort of because you wanted to invoke emotion of some sort, but it's really hard to do it without, because it's abstract. It's all done with color and design and paint application. So we do all that stuff, but we put a little more, put some drawing to it and try to make sense out of things.
Well, that's how I feel.
Yeah, but when I look at a painting like this, and I like the way the light moves through it and stuff. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that hits you, and it almost feels abstract because of the way it moves your eye around the painting, and you really don't get to focus for a second. You're forced to kind of take it all in, and then you finally come to an end spot to focus. That's what I like that a lot in paintings. So even though that this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's staring you right in the face there, but it still has a lot of movement. So.
Well, the DuPage Art League, this next exhibit is supposed to be abstract, and I thought, well, I'm not going to even try. I don't know.
Take your painting and turn it upside down.
There you go.
Or you do the one where you put an all white one in there, and you just say, what was it? The bat was dead, or something. It was from Batman TV show back in the 60s. The Joker winning an art contest over with that.
Yeah, no, hey. Abstract stuff that I've seen, like at Elmhurst Art Guild, I'm not interested.
Yeah. I'm with you. There's very few stuff that evoke emotion for me and stuff. I mean, I love Jackson Pollock. I like Franz Klein. I like those guys, but there's quite a few other guys I like, but some of the stuff I see, I just don't. Yeah, it's okay. It could be on somebody's table, tablecloth, most of it. So
yeah, right.
So anyway, so we got a few more showing up. Jane showed up. That's good. Kathleen's back.
Yep, back.
He's back. We're just gonna get going here because we've got a long ways to go. Today we're gonna be doing a landscape, a simple kind of well-see waterscape and stuff. This from last week we did real quick. Nice horse thing. Some good bright colors in it. I liked it. Good. We're done. That's it. That's it.
Sell it.
Yeah, sell it. That's it. That's my selling point. Okay, you didn't buy it right then. Okay, I got another one. Wait a second, I got another one. But no, we'll be painting this one. This is a really good one. I love this one too. Oh, we do have. What do we got? What, Mike here? Mike, our big award winner from the Union League last week.
Hey, Jim.
Hi, Mike.
You won an award, Mike?
That golden fall scene that we did in class a couple of years ago that you helped me with, Ron helped me with, Jim helped me with. Yep.
Congratulations.
Well, it was gorgeous. I remember seeing it.
He did a great job on it. Really, really great. And he got 2 pieces in that show. So yeah. He's a big shot. He's going to be giving up his day job and hitting the circuit here and doing painting, right? Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay, I'll drop that one from my repertoire. That's bad. I'm trying out my new material on you guys. I go into a workshop tomorrow. I'm driving down to Lexington for a workshop, live workshop. And so I'm just going to give you guys all my A+ material, and you guys, let me know if it's worth keeping in there or something. I'll just keep it stowed away. All right, let's get going here. Let me pick up. Let's see what we got here. Put it over here. There it is. Okay, yeah, this shot is a really nice shot. I shot it when I was in Steamboat Springs a couple of years ago for the for OPA convention, and one of these I think it's the Yucca River that goes right by there, right next to the town. So I just walked over from there, seeing the show and stuff, and walked over to the park here. And this is a pretty fast moving river. They had a lot of kayakers and a lot of rafters on it, because a lot of big rocks like this, you can kind of see these, heavy duty rocks that going over the falls. This back here, that's what it's usually all like on the whole river. Most of the river going down like that, it goes pretty fast. But this little bird, thought it was got a chuckle out of this little bird, because it goes little bird legs. Being able to sit on a rock, find one little spot on a rock that maybe might be dry right there a little bit, and I don't know, just get his feet cool. I thought it was pretty funny. So I took pictures of that, and I took pictures of other things. I keep coming back to this thing, and I cut it out, and I placed him in the right position, in the painting and stuff. So he's off center. We got, but the color was pretty amazing. It was even better than this. But it was the water had this gold look to it. That's why this gold orange back in here. So that's where I think the cad orange and phthalo green mixes gotta be coming so great here. Really heavy on the orange side. might bring in some cad yellow into the mix too. Definitely. But then you see that orange laid in underneath, and then you got this cool phthalo green alizarin white mix laid up scratched on top as the foam. Just they go together so well. It's just such a good look, and you can just see that color going through here all over. So that's going to be fun. And then you got this glare of the lights of the sky reflecting down here into that big rock, and then still worms on the outsides defining the shape of that rock. Exciting stuff. I was excited, but yeah, I was so excited. I didn't paint it. It's only been, I don't know, a couple way past pandemic. I mean, so it's been, about 5 years, but still, every time I see it, I go, I should paint that. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to paint it. I'm not going to paint it very big. I'm going to paint it small, and let's see what happens to it. I think the smaller I paint it, sometimes, just like that horse, sometimes the smaller you paint, the bigger your strokes are, the bigger the story is. The bigger some of these big, little things can jump out at you. And that's what I'm hoping to do with some of these colors, like I said about down here. Design wise, yeah, I like the design. We got this, this thing jetting out here. He got a beautiful bird. I placed him. He was originally on a different rock somewhere else, and I cut him out and put him over here. But he's too bad now. He's stuck there. And then you got this rapids, this foam of water and things. Definitely palette knife work here. We're gonna have some definite palette knife work. That's what happens when you get spots like areas like this up here. It's very burnt out. There's not much to show there, but it's exciting for some reason, but it's so burnt out, you're afraid you might not be able to do anything. But if you look underneath it, we know this orange is going to be underneath it. You can tell what's happening over here when the light, when it's not quite as foamy, that there is a little bit of that showing through. So we're going to be mixing up some yellows, some whites, and some blues, light blues and pinks again, to make that, just like we did with that horse. It's almost the same thing. It is the same thing. We're going to be doing a lot of, you'll end up being a pink thing back there. That's usually what happens. Everything, when it gets so burnt out from your eyes, and the camera burns it out so much, pink's really probably about the closest you can get to the home value for that burned out area. And then work it with the yellows to go up higher, and then the blues to take it even higher. Cools over warms in your high keys, and your warms in your darks, in the cools, warms in your cools and low keys. Just gorgeous stuff usually happens. So yeah, that's good. I like that. What else we got going here? We got some the bird itself. Yeah, he looks a little chunky, but I didn't do anything to him. I didn't blow him up. I didn't feed him or anything. He just is a little chunker. If you want to make him thinner, that'd be fine too. It wouldn't be anything. The interesting thing on this, another thing, would be looking at the rocks. You got dry rocks up here. Come here, and then you got these wet ones and stuff. You checking out how that water goes over it. that soft edge, that quick blend coming down. So a lot of strokes going to be coming down like this and just pulling off, and we're just going to have some fun, layering cools over warms here. It's going to be really interesting. We'll see if we can get that knocked out really quick. I want to do a good job on that. So the bird's not too new problem. If you want to make him a different color, or you want to make him a different bird, please go ahead. We just got a spot. He's just a filler. He's nobody. We won't get in trouble. We can do whatever we want with that. You can make them a chicken. You want to put a rooster in there? I could put, hey, what the hell's a rooster doing out there? I don't know. You told to ask him, right? That's one of my better jokes. Okay, I was saving that one, but I just let it out.
That's a
Okay.
good one.
Okay. All right. Any questions on this one? Yeah, I mean, also I was going to say, I didn't say anything about the tree limbs down here pulling it are nice coming down from the top. They really kind of, break up the lines here. There, it does get, a lot of lines going horizontal lines here and stuff. And so having these vertical, a couple of these guys pull down like that, kind of creates where you are viewing it from. So, and you got the dry rocks on boulders underneath and stuff. Should be a lot of interesting things there, a lot of fun textures to play with. So I think, let's get over, mix up some colors. And you guys already heard half the colors I was telling to make. I think we should be okay. Linda's here. Oh my God. Linda, it's almost as hot here as it is in Florida. Okay. Linda's here, but she's probably not really here. Okay, Annette's here. We've got a few missing. We're missing quite a few people yet, but that's okay. Palettes usually is the exact same one I always use. Titanium white, cad yellow light, cad red light, cad orange. This is over here in between. That's that cad yellow deep. And you can see how close it is to almost cad orange. So maybe I might yank it out, but if you don't have it, which you don't have to, the cad orange and just a little bit of cad yellow will mix that color up. They gave that to me. That just came in the box. So I put it out there to see what it does, and sometimes it comes in handy. Yellow ochre. This is just regular yellow ochre. Today, we got oxide red light next to it. We have alizarin crimson, or if you have your Rembrandt person, you are rose madder deep. Cobalt blue hue. Oh gosh, forgot to reload this guy. Cobalt blue hue. It's got, what I mean by that is just the paint's getting a little sticky. So that's okay. I can just use it. I have to use it up. Then I'll put out some new ones. Phthalo green on the blue side. Got burnt sienna here. And I also have transparent oxide red over here. This red over here is cad medium. I'm getting all these little refinements coming through here. So sometimes I find out this cad medium, if you put it with white and a lot of white, just a little bit of cad medium, it's a beautiful highlight color. Highlights for water and stuff. So it's really pretty good to have. I'm always looking for something that hits right there. There's good use for it. It's not just a color on my palette. So I got some synthetics I'll be using, definitely. Some bristles here. These are just this is some filberts. I just got a few filberts in. They come in really handy for dog fur, so got a bunch of new ones, but I do have a lot of square ones I'm going to be bringing out. They're over here somewhere. I'll find them when I need them. Paint eraser, just in case. Like that bird, why paint around it? We can just scrape out a little square round spot and have put fresh paint in. That's always a good thing. So here we go. See how fast that was? Not even painful. My jokes are good. Okay. All right. No, maybe not. But hey, you gotta try it. Oh shoot. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Hey, start mixing your paint up. Tell me what you want to mix. There it is. Got to download my class on my thing over here. So we are set though now.
Well, don't we always start with phthalo green and alizarin?
There we go. You go to the head of the class. Again.
Well, it's not too hard.
No, but phthalo green and alizarin, man, that is going to be one of the key cools in this painting. Definitely is. Phthalo green and alizarin. Thank you. Lynette, I'm coming to you every time now. Who's going to come right to you and go, Lynette, what color? Tell me what other colors, Lynette.
Phthalo green
Orange.
and phthalo green and Venetian. Are you like the rose madder?
Ah, you're right. Phthalo green and rose Venetian or oxide red light. Yeah. No, shoot. Let me see this. Look at that one. Purple. No good. No good. I gotta have one green. How can I overdo my green? Okay, I gotta get green in here. Wow. I really put in a lot of. I'm doing a little teeny painting and I over mixed that one by a lot. I'll have a lot of color left over. Okay. Lynette said we need this color. We will see if she's right when we paint it. Oxide red light and phthalo green. One on the green side, one on the red side. Okay, I need a few more phthalo green colors.
How about with
See that?
blue?
Ooh,
Oh,
blue
well,
and
you
blue.
like you have an oxide light and then you have a regular one or something.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's try this one color first. Transparent oxide red, or transparent oxide red, or burnt sienna. It could be either one. You know, if you don't, because I know I didn't tell everybody to get this color. It might be on the sheet, but hey, it's one of those colors that kind of forget about. I used to ask for it all the time because I kept thinking in my back of my head that it was oxide red light I was looking for. I was always wondering, why am I not getting that color I want? Where is it gone? Where did it go? And just the big difference between a transparent oxide and a opaque light oxide. Huge. Okay, she said, definitely we're gonna need this color again, phthalo greens and blue. Definitely do need it. You can't get that color without it. Definitely one on the blue side. This color is probably going to have to go over some warms and darks and stuff. So, even having a decent pile of it, you might be good to have just because, it could it's just going to get messy and we're going to lose a lot of color. Okay, so that's pretty much all my darks I'll need. They're going to pretty much do everything in this painting. Basically, we just got to make a few warms. All right. But again, we're going to go back.
A phthalo green and an orange.
There you go. That's our girl. Phthalo green and orange. Cat orange. Lots of cad orange. You probably could use a huge pile of this because of that's a whole section there. I mean, but there's a couple other colors we mix up because there's a lot of ochreish colors in here. But this is always a great color to start with. You can see how much that's going to be in here. And then you go to the darker version of it with just a little green, but that's okay. Sometimes that's a nice transition in there from the blues and stuff. You're going to find some greens in here and in some things. So, and you know, you could always be leaves. So we're going to leave that one where it is too for now. One more phthalo green color. And that's it.
With red?
Ah, cad red. Lots of cad red, just a little bit of phthalo green. I want this to be a nice, rich brown in here. Red browns. Okay, so that's pretty much. And when these guys gray down, they're going to be the rocks. Those guys are going to do that. I'm not worried about a bird. Okay. What other color? I'm just looking at anything else I'm needing. Oh yeah, I want one. I want one last couple colors here. Let's try this oxide red, transparent oxide red, and yellow. This is going to make it really nice, rich orange. Got nails. Most of that stuff back there. Put a pile on it, and then one on the yellow side. We're going to take these colors down, take all these colors down with just a little bit of white. That one's really not, yeah, not too much. But when we knock these colors down with some white, we got it made. That is it for the colors. Basically, now we just need to get our midtones, get some really bright lights, and we're done. Midtones, look at this. I would say look right around the water for the midtone of this painting. And yeah, it's probably around a 7. This blue kind of goes down to about a 7 when you get it all the way down there. So let's do that. So split our piles. I don't need a ton of this. It's going to take a lot of white. I'm going to be doing a lot of white into this color anyway. So I'm thinking to myself, I don't need a ton of it. And these colors are gorgeous. These guys are going to end up probably being rocks, dry rocks, a lot of dry rocks. These colors will probably end up being, when they're fully done, will probably be a lot of this water here. This dark, I don't really need quite this dark. I'm going to leave some at top and just tone down most of the pile. Same here, phthalo green and orange. Might not use much of that. Don't need too much of this either. These colors here are going to pretty much be the painting though. Should be a lot. It should jump. This painting should jump. Pretty good. So we're going to take these colors. These ones we're going to pretty much take down to 5s. These guys are probably already at 7s. These guys are probably already near there or close enough to lighter versions. We'll probably just leave these guys here and just heighten them up and then heighten those guys up. We should be good then. So just a little bit of white into each one of these guys. I don't think I need quite that much for this one. This is alizarin and phthalo green. See that? Look at that. That is a perfect match of phthalo green and red together. This is on the green side. That's good. I'm gonna take a piece of this, put it down here, over here, because when I take that color down with white, it's gonna be everything. Gonna have a good pile of it. But we know which one it is. Okay. These guys are gonna gray out nicely. These are phthalo green and oxide red light. Probably just a hair too much white in that. Here, this is the red side. Yeah, I was talking about this light in this spray going over the clear stuff. Yeah, it's a lot darker than you think. So these two colors are it. Let's mix a few other things. Phthalo green and oxide, transparent oxide. That's not bad. That's a nice green. And then I was hoping the oxide red, transparent, comes through here. A little bit not quite as rich as I want, but that's a good stone color. So you make all stone colors, make all the coolness of the water. Okay. Knew I got some dirt in my paint right there. I don't want to bring it over here. Okay, this is the phthalo green side of the lizard of blue and phthalo green. That's pretty rich. It'll get in there. Oh, it might be really good. It's gonna be really good. I'm gonna put it right there, save a piece of that. And lighten that up too, because I want to lighten it up to about this value when we're done. Everything off that one. Good stuff. This should be the blue side. This shows you how strong that green is. Didn't move at all. Put a lot of blue in here. Bring it back around. There we go. Even that might be too much white now. Where I want. Yeah, it's not right. And more blue up there. Okay, I know what I'm gonna have to do. That one there. I'm gonna take a piece of it. This is just mostly blue, just a little hint of green in it. Too much white to it, and I just did. I'm gonna keep pretty high key, low key. Yeah, it needs a lot more blue. Phthalo green can be a strong color. There we go. Now you're getting there. All right. I'm just going to go pure blue and white. Two. Right there. Just use whatever I have left on my knife here from there. That's all the green I'm putting in. It's really going to be just blue. Yeah, and that's it. So, basically blue. Blue, just a hair of that. I mean, it's pretty high. It's a little darker too. So I'm gonna leave that and take a piece of that, put it down here for my high key colors. And then these guys are gonna have to do a ton of work. So. These guys I was thinking about just taking up to about 4s or 5s. This guy, you might find him in some of this froth in the shady area and stuff. So, you know, it might be good. You know, let's see what happens to the cat orange, and when you add white to it, just a little green, kind of nice punches out. Yeah, that's really in there. That should work out great. Red with phthalo green. You know, nice little definitely in there. Definitely in there. Might go give us some distance because of, you know, going up against yellows and oranges. You know, you have a kind of a red thing going in there. It's gonna be definitely gonna be a gorgeous color. Now, when we paint this stuff, you gotta paint like you mean it when you paint water. You don't go back and forth. You put it in there really strong and deliberate. Like you know exactly where it's going and why it's going there and everything else. I like that color, that strength. I do. I would like another version of it lighter. I'll keep it coming too, because that's gonna be a beautiful little pink in here. Some of these colors definitely need it. Okay. Oh, I really put a lot of white into this transparent oxide in yellow. This is just so much different than that, but still has a lot of relationship. Going to be in here nice. The yellow side should do some really good things. I'm not going to put quite as much white into it. Just overdid that one there a little bit. That you can see the yellow standing up to the white there. That means you got a good yellow one. You can. It just doesn't dilute immediately. It stands up to it a little bit. Doesn't just fade to this right away, which is where we're going to end up being. But hey, here we go. That will take us pretty much through the painting. We're going to need some cool colors. You know, when you do all this white and stuff, you need some cools. Probably have to put up some more white. But I want to do, think about some of this froth and stuff like that. This is phthalo green and alizarin. And it was supposed to come down pretty far. Got some other colors in here, but this is the color I was thinking. It was going to end up being all this stuff in here. It could still be. I just need a little more white, and it would be great if it wasn't polluted as badly. Some warms going in here, some reds kind of changing the color a little bit. Yeah, pretty close. I'm going to steal a little richness from this. Some reds got in here and just kind of creamed it out a little bit. Release as much paint as possible. This is blue and white. Come over here. And you can see that in a lot of this stuff and some of the higher key stuff. You know, it's going to go, definitely always goes with yellows and stuff. So it's always going to be good that way. Okay. The last thing I want to do is just make up a few really high key things here. I'm going to put out a little bit more paint. I want to rather have some clean white for these last ones. Alizarin So I could do blue, white. It's gonna be white, cad yellow, and well, I got blue, so I'm good that way. So you have it's cad red medium. It is pretty much the same as cad red and just a touch of alizarin. I was thinking about that area there. Just a little more white into it. A lot of color going on here. So that'll be going right in there. This yellow, just going to take it up just a little bit brighter yellow. This yellow and white, not mixed color. And I'll be able to get that in there too. Just a little more white into it. Okay, got my blue. I'm pretty good. My key color. This one I need to take up too. Did not take this one up. That's why I'm putting it over here. Not doing much. A lot of paint for small painting. But it's so easy to paint with a lot of paint than it is a little paint. All right, there we go. That'll do it. That'll be all we need. Okay, colors. Start off with phthalo green and alizarin. This is on the alizarin side. This is the phthalo green side. And bring them down with white. And I'll bring it over here. That's more. Probably should have taken this pink down too. Alizarin. You'd be surprised where that goes. They usually go hand in hand. So. Okay. So brought down pretty high key. All right. Here we got phthalo green and oxide red light together, mixed up with a little bit of white, about 7s. Here we have transparent oxide red with phthalo green with white coming down. So here we just have blue with phthalo green. It was so strong here. The phthalo green was so strong. I had to almost go pure natural, just all straight blue to get the color right. And even to get it stronger, I had to get straight blue, just a touch of that into it. So it wasn't much at all. Really intense blue. And when you get that intense, it's going to work out great. It'll be really nice. Over here, we just have phthalo green cad oranges. On the green side, orange side, coming down with white. Over here, we have phthalo green and cad red. Now, you guys do, that's just the way this goes. And then we have white, and then more red, more white. Just good color. I like that color a lot. Figured it was going to work out. This is transparent oxide red with cad yellow. Beautiful orange. Great for yellow trees in the winter. I mean, fall. Burnt sienna does the same thing. But this is a good, really nice color too. Bring them down with white and more white, and then we did our final colors. These colors came from the alizarin and phthalo green. These two. This is on the green side. This is on the alizarin side. We took some blues from over here and brought them down here. Added some more white to them, and more white. Get these really high key frothing colors we need. We need a lot of pinks and stuff. I have a couple of places to play with. We got purples here. Over here, grays, purples, everything here. And pinks, these are just the CAD medium, red medium with white, just a little bit, got a little yellow in it. But those are our colors for this painting. Should work out pretty doggone well. I'll put this up. And I'm going to tone it. What am I going to tone it with?
Jim, I have a question.
Yes, I got burnt sienna. Yes, hi.
I keep getting confused because I don't have those exact colors in my water mixable oils, but oxide red light and transparent oxide red, are those two different colors?
Yes, totally different colors.
Okay, and so
if you have burnt sienna, you got burnt sienna. That's your could be your transparent oxide red.
Okay, and Venetian could be my oxide red light. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Nope, and Terra Rosa or Terra Rosa even. You have that.
For the oxide red light. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
There's
Thank you.
a lot of little options there. No worries.
Okay.
No worries. Okay. So I'm gonna keep this light and paint. I got some burnt sienna here out of my transparent oxide here, so it's really not a big. But it's really the same color almost. I think the oxide red, transparent oxide red, is just a touch yellower than burnt sienna. Burnt sienna has just a little more red in it. So that's the only difference. Okay, but so nice yellow, orange. This painting would be great to start with. Get us a long ways. So let me get bring you guys back. Get this. I'm going to bring this in close. All right. Oh, that's me. Hi. Just turn this for I can get my legs in here. There we go. All right, so oxide red, transparent would be great if you have it here, but burnt sienna's fine too. It's just I want a red orange kind of. I don't have to put too much in here because I'll be going over blue. Blue's going to be going over it, but in the water, heavily in the water or at the rocks at the bottom, you know. That's good. Look at that color. That color is almost right as it is. So a lot of times just you don't have to wipe everything off. You don't have to wipe it perfectly clean. You can leave it a little messy. Because sometimes just this brush has been through the ringer here. It has a lot of colors coming through it. So and even that red color, this warmth here will knock down some of the other colors. So pretty interesting. So I'm just gonna dab it a little bit and remove some of the oil. So I'm not trying to. I just don't want drips, but I'd like to have some brush work that's going to be interesting already. You know. So let's say that's good. I wiped it in. It's pretty much it. You know. Yeah. I'm just gonna go in here and start making a few marks. These are very scientific and precise marks. There you go. I just want layers of shapes and things. So I'm going to pull out a few light areas here. I'm thinking some, going to get pretty white. Got some areas here by the rocks here. Okay, now I'm going to draw it in. Got a rock here, a big rock here, and then it gets wet. So definitely want this one to cover up that one. And at least I'm not making you guys paint this with the, palette knife. There is a lot of palette knife we could do in here, though. When I do the any of this foam and stuff, I've just gotten done doing. I did a dog Fenrir like that, where he was running in the foamy water, and when you put it in like with a palette knife, kind of thick, and it's a lot easier to manipulate the cook and be interesting. That's the whole thing about whenever you paint it with just a brush, you start getting a little detailed and thinking about these things a little bit too much, and sometimes you lose the magic. And so that's when here's a bird right here. Right here.
Are you using straight burnt sienna right now, or what are you using?
Just burnt sienna.
Okay.
Yeah, I have not used any colors yet. Just using burnt sienna and just a little bit of oil to draw it in, and make a few marks, maybe, even in this undercoat, just letting it be there, let it show through. Okay, because I think even that color will work out great. All right. Okay. Well, now we're really screwed because Lynette made us do phthalo green and the alizarin first, so I have no idea where to go with this one. But no. Okay, so phthalo green, alizarin. This is I'm going to be on the red side. Definitely look at the darkest areas. That's where it goes. Anywhere dark, you can put it in here. You can start here at this rock, put it in here. Just get the value, get going and stuff. It might be too dark, but right now it's fine. Just keep it a little light as you push. You won't get the full strength of the color. Back here, definitely good strong mark right there where you get this little indent coming into the rocks, coming down the falls here, right here, pulling it down. Just, you put that burnt sienna in there, and all of a sudden you pull it down, and you're pretty doggone close to what it could or should be. So, this class could be over very quickly, I think. Maybe not.
Yeah,
phthalo green and alizarin on the alizarin side.
Yep.
But I'm going over burnt sienna, and so that's why I was just saying it was just really popping. I mean, it was a good mix, and it seemed like they were working out really well together. So that's just lightening it up. Now I'm just lightening. Pretty much don't have much left in my brush, but I do have these kind of spots. Even on the other side of these rocks here, I could probably start to get some color in there. I'm going to go on to the phthalo green side now. Yeah, I'm going to tone this whole rock just slightly. It had burnt sienna already in it. Bringing that in here. You know, just barely touching it. Same here. Probably should have left a little more burnt sienna right in here too. Would have been good. Hey, no big deal. Who knew? Who knew? Okay. I'm gonna bring it coming out here a little bit. I'm gonna bring everything back. I just don't want. There's some really good stuff happening right over here. I just want to make sure I have room for. So I'm gonna push my rock back here. That's what I'm doing now. Push back just a hair. There we go. Always a good time to do it before you get locked in. Okay. I'm gonna throw it in here a little bit into this wash of colors in there. There's a little green, there's a little purple in there showing through. A lot more purple on top. I just don't have any, not mix up that purple very well. Did not get enough red in my green because I had such a good mix. I was too impressed with myself. I got a nice, so I went back. This is phthalo green and alizarin with just a little bit of more alizarin in it. And I did put white into it, sorry. That's why I got this color. I added just a little white to it because I already had the color in there. I just didn't have this value in here I wanted. But I want to get this stuff in here because, you know, I got all the rich colors that are going to be coming in here real soon. And I saw this color also. I mentioned it right here. There was some purples coming in here and stuff. Probably could come in afterwards too. But sometimes I just like to layer them in there, make sure they're in here. All right, next colors. I'm gonna clean that white out of my brush. Even though we're gonna get going, gonna still work right here. Pretty much everything's gonna be right in this front shadow area. Next color, what didn't he mix up? Okay, phthalo green and oxide red. Definitely, you know, I already have color in here, but I'm just going back. Got to be more brown anyway, but just got a good mix of that colors together. Good there. A lot of these colors, this warmth against the coolness, it all shows up at the end. You know, that's when the beauty starts to show up, all these colors. Okay. So this, yeah, just phthalo green and oxide red. This is on the green side too. So, yeah. You're going to find this green and stuff just on some of these tips of these boulders and stuff. These colors too, when you add just a little white to them, I think you probably get that bird out of them and things. So this color is a little dark and warm dark. Didn't work back into here because it wasn't cool enough. Right there. I just kind of thought I saw some green in there and I thought this color might make it. Yeah, but then putting that there told me it's really right here. right in here. This is this kind of richness underneath these colors, these oranges and golds and stuff. That's where the gold, the charm of these paintings are. This is where the richness comes through. Getting this stuff in underneath cleanly without too many, without mixing too much with everybody else. You're getting in there, you're sliding through really quickly. Also, you're going to find, I'm going to throw it. That would work. Right here on the edge here. I got that beautiful dark blue phthalo green mix. This warmer dark goes in over that color. Right on the edge of that waterfall. Usually where it's just a little light, just where you see just a little bit of color, and that's the color. It's beautiful. And I'm just going to take it back a little bit more. This is smushing here a little bit. Smush, right? Get the smushing in. And you can get the smush your colors. Okay. And again, I'm just going to work it into, now that everything's out of my brush is not like too heavy in the color. I can get in here again. This is at the very bottom rock here, and work this color just lightly into this, a little bit more into this rock, and have a little transparencies going on. So it's not going to be very heavy at the beginning when I first grab it. All right. So that color, that was again phthalo green and oxide red light, and it went into the bottom here, went into this rock a lot, went into this wet rock right behind it a lot. When it was all run out, basically didn't have much left, it was good for this lighter rock in front. It went into the foam here and behind into some of these areas here. It's going to be in there. But it went right in here. I love those dark. That's why I wanted those guys in there so dark, because it will make this guy will stand out a little bit. Even a good mark like that will stand out. So that's that. All right, next colors. Now we're getting some good ones. These are the orange. These are the transparent oxide red. That was oxide red light. This is transparent oxide red. Same color. Basically burnt sienna, but just a little richer in yellow. This is on the orange side, so you're going to see it. I'm going to put it in these areas here, right? These red spots you see in the waterfall coming in, trying to get them in here. They might not be the final color. I think a cad red is going to come in here at the end and come over this color a little bit. But this being so dark and rich and stuff, it can be in this area. Definitely start to see it, go into some of these blue areas too. Take it easy there.
What is that color, Jim, again?
Phthalo green and transparent oxide, or burnt sienna if you have to. Good color. And even where I put this, the other one, I just gonna put this in here too, because it's a nice, it bonds well with yellow so much, as we've already seen. So getting it in some of the crevices of these waves at the bottom sections, the wells of the waves, getting some of the darkness in underneath will help pop these guys out. And right here at the edge of the waterfall, you know, you got the white area where the foam's going to be, but underneath here, I want to get just a little bit of dirt, this warmth going up into the rock. I'm going to have to bring the other colors over this. These are, just want to have a few of these richness things in the crevices as we go. Just look for it a few other places. I'm just going to wipe it off and tone down these back areas. Almost the right color. So this tells me this color with just a little bit of white would probably be perfect for these areas here. So you get this warmth. This is really neat about right up here. You know, hopefully you can see it. You know, I have this that phthalo green and alizarin with just a little bit of white into it. So it's on the phthalo green or alizarin side. So it's a kind of cool grayed out purple. But this oxide with phthalo green in it really goes really nicely with it when they're at the same value. They're just kind of like, just kind of lays in here nicely. So it's nice. It also just, you know, really helps to create space, helps you get that warmth in front of the cool, which is going to come forward too. So really push that other stuff back a little bit. All right. Don't want to put it in too much because I think it might it's going to gray out on me, green out on me a little bit. Because I got some green yet to do. That's just your dark so far. I don't think that's going to show there. This is the phthalo green and oxide side. I'm just going to put it in for creases in this boulder here. Going up, making sure I don't have too many things too close to the bottom. So, because those guys are going to get lost anyway. So, pushing these things up maybe just a little bit. That's pretty good. I like the transparency of what's happening there too. That you know, it's not like no white into it added to it at all. Okay, there we go. All right, now we're on to some bigger blue colors. Now we're gonna, this painting's just gonna start. That's the tart. This is all the structure. The structure is done. It's painting. Except for the bird, but the structure's there. Now it's just laying in the blues and things like that. Getting those really dark ones on the edges here, going through and feeding back. So let's see, this is blue and phthalo green. And all I want to put it in there is just, you know, put it in there and just move on pretty quickly. Try not to give it, let my brush settle too far, too much. Finding where these really blues. I probably could have made a alizarin and phthalo green too. I probably might have done a good colored mix up too, but I think, yeah, I got a lot of alizarin in that phthalo green too. So so you saw how I just kind of left a lot of areas clean though too, without color too, because I'm just trying to keep it from planning ahead that when I do put these colors in, you know, they're not gonna just turn to mud. So you know, leaving a few areas like that clean before, well, you know, keep your painting clean too. So, but that being said, it's gonna get dirty anyway. And that's right behind this mark I'm making now. Is right behind there where that bird's gonna go. So I'm gonna have a little blue behind him to bite into. I'm gonna look back in here too. Even I got some of these purples back in here. You're gonna see it, just a few some blue spots in the sky showing through a little bit, popping through. Okay. Let's see. Well, okay. Looking at my colors going, okay, I've gone through pretty much everything that is basically has blue in it and doesn't have white in it yet. So now I'm going to go, basically we're going to fly down and start. Just going to work on this rock a little bit. I want to make sure I had some of these dark spots in here a little bit. I'm going to go back to a little bit of pale green alizarin first to make sure I got a little purple in here too, a little bit to grab into right here and here. I was hoping to have a little more show up. All right, right here. All right. So I'm going to work on my blues. First one I'm going to grab though is going to be the blue. Basically blue with just a little bit of phthalo green in it, a little bit of white. This is probably darker than the my 7. This is pretty much, you know, that's that color. That color is really probably way down there again. It's probably 7, 8 even. But it glows. That's the thing, is when you put it in here like this against those warms, it glows. And so all I'm going to do is just put it in here, twist it around and see if I can get it to move a little bit. After I'm done with putting it in the main area, then I'll use the rest of the paint on that brush for other areas here that really don't need to get, they need blue in it, but they don't need that color blue. They don't need that full blue to go in there. So there's only a few spots I really need to hit. Coming down this one here, definitely, you know, you got that one line there that comes back up. It goes across and into that area. And then up here, into that rock here. Water just right on the edge. And that's where I'll start to make a little bit smaller marks. They don't feel like they're all huge, but they're still got a lot of paint in them. They have to have paint or they won't stand up. Okay. All right. Pretty rich. You got to get this color. I'm going to have put it a few other places. I think I'm trying not try to use all of it, but push it back into here because I think the color that's going to come in here, this aqua type of phthalo coming in here on top here. I want to leave some of this dark blue in the crevices and stuff. So I'll probably use a bristle brush, I think, when I get to that point too. All right. Let's get down to the oranges. I'm going to put some oranges in. These are going to be phthalo green and orange. I'll put it into this rock and then I'm going to push it back. This rock here. I'll push it back a little bit. This is where I was put in that other oxide red, transparent oxide red and green mix right here. Just putting this yellow orange right on top of it a little bit. So it's lightening up as it goes, catching a lot of light. I'm not doing when I do these guys, I'm not doing the whole wave the same. I'm really pushing where the front area where it catches the light. And the other side, not going to touch hardly at all. So that's just going to come in here and start to be smooshing around now. Get this orange here. Okay. This is a nice grayed out orange. I can start to get into this area here with it. This is just phthalo green and orange. But I'm not putting it in really heavy. Because I want to say, leave a little bit of that burnt sienna, transparency in here that's going on. Behind it though, when I get back, there's this flat area here. I will start to build it up a little bit in this side section. Also, I put this orange in and stuff, I knowing it's going to be, I'm going to lighten it up a lot too. Changing a few drawing problems. Okay. Let's see if I can get it the same color. into this top of this rock. Go back over here a little bit. See if I can. See how far you can stretch this color. Because a lot of times it's value. If it's the right value, will be fine. Doesn't have to be perfect orange red, but it will be. Okay. So that was the phthalo greens and oranges. Pretty much it. I mean, you know, pretty good. I feel pretty good about that. Now I'm going to go to these other ones. These are phthalo green, but these are cad red. This is where I was saying it was going to really pop. I put in that one spot earlier, and then I was going to come back with this spot, put it right in about the middle of that spot. Did not have enough paint. Make it work. Let's create that shape. Okay. And, you know, if it doesn't go in perfectly the first time like that, I mean, it doesn't go in like that, right? Think about just touching oil with your brush. Touch oil before you grab your paint. And then you get these marks you can get over wet paint, where you can't get it any other way. Now it's pretty much it. Got those reds back in. Go. Probably the really red version of it. I'm not sure if it really too much more in here. Yeah. Back in here, I can help to get a little bit of richness in here, a little bit into that orange, a little bit, get some of this. So this is cad red, phthalo green, but it's really cad red. Just a touch of phthalo green in it. I'm thinking about it right in here. Getting that color in here. Let it just, you know, bring it in here. Okay. I'm going to bring it in here too because it plays so well with the yellows. Got plenty of yellow to come back in here yet. If I can get all this crevices and stuff starting to form, or in those crevices of the waves and stuff, get them letting this color get in there, and the creases just makes it easier to paint. Makes sense. Okay. See there. Just a little orange in the green side of those guys. So just work it up a little bit. There we go. lot of red and orange on this thing now. So I'm just going to go right into my yellow orange. This is oxide, transparent oxide, and yellow, cad yellow. Bring that in here. Just blending it out. One thing about water is really there's no beginning, no end. So everything's just a blend to each other, you know. So that's why I always thicks and thins. Start off, you know, thin, go to thick, go to thin again. Usually, it's what you most everything's calling for, waves and things. So I'm gonna bring this back up. I want to get this shape here, that little triangle shape. Again, this. I have enough paint here. I should not even be using this brush right now. I should be using a bristle brush to get this color in here. So stop there. Bristle. Pretty much done with that color though. Not much else I can do with it. But for everything else, I can get in here. Start using bristle. Got my lightest color yet. I'm not going to go to my brightest yellows yet. I want to save those for topping colors. So I'm going to go down now and head into and back into my midtones again, the ones with white. And let's see what happens here. I'm going to work on this guy first. I need to get some good, strong things. I want a regular bristle, big, flat bristle, which that's kind of, you know, been used a little bit. So I want to get a couple good strokes of color in there. So I want to get just a little oil on my brush before I grab it. Let's see if this is it. I just want to grab a lot of paint. You know, just pull across here a few times. Just twist my brush. Get that one. Just grab that bad paint out of my brush and come back and start again. Close that line, twisting it up, catching that one. Then it's just a small little dab line going over it. Just a little space. Yeah. See, that's the thing is when I'm doing it like this, I'm almost blindfolded. I'm not sure where that last dark's supposed to be. Just dragging the brush right over these rocks. And that's what I wanted bristle for, because I knew if bristle will just push everything out, will push and blend at the same time. Synthetics is just more of a snow shovel. Just push it out of the way and put it in, which is what you want to. Couple little spots. Just a little cleaner. What else I can do? And peep right there. Yeah, it's a little off color wise, but not too bad. All right, could use some blues down in here. Bristle brush for the most of this stuff where you want to be to. Knife, that, bristle brush work great for this section. I'm gonna put in this one little area here between the two marks. I thought it. This is oh, why don't we gonna be that color? Too light. That is too light. Wow. I was thinking it looked just like I thought it would. Thought it was going to be cad red and phthalo green and white on the red side, but just sort of like that color, but turned out to be full there. It's really oxide red light and green and white on the red side. Really that. Like, wow, I really messed that one up. Anyway, that goes in here. And the way I want to put that in there is like this. Really stroke it in there and leave it. So if you put it in with a bristle, you're going to get some nice, quick movements. You're not going to go back and forth. You want transparencies. You want a lot of nice things to happen. This water here. Well, I'm going to put it in with this, a bristle brush. I'm going to break it down into sections. This is just the edge of it a few times. Flip it, get some new fresh paint. Bring it down. Every time, just giving a little space in between my last stroke and just basically I'm just making little arcs and letting the brush release the paint. As I go back a little bit, I'm going to go to the green side of this oxide red and phthalo green. That's the red side here, which works good. Maybe touch the bottom of it with a little phthalo green. Okay, but these guys pretty much are the main section of that water here, right in here. Phthalo green. Gonna be some yellows it's gonna mix in with and stuff. Now that has phthalo green and white. Phthalo green, oxide red light and white. That's okay. I'm just going to scratch that same color over this stuff. Basically, I'm just going to let the bristle brush do the work. I'm not going to paint. I'm not going to spend any time at all on this rock. I want transparency. I just want it scratched. If I spend a ton of time on this rock, it will never look any better. It's usually, you know, less amount of work you do on a rock or things like that. It's the best, better it reads. After that, you start thinking about it. This went a little dark here. So I'm going to put back in some green, back into it. Went a little bright too. Okay. All right. What do I do now? I'm going to get ready for some of these highlights. I'm going to pull out some things here. I want to pull out some areas of paint where I can get a good clean color in here without mixing too much. And you get these, you know, start to get some of this foam idea in here. This just helped me focus a little bit on my stroke as I go, pulling out a little bit of place where I can get some clean white paint. There are these high key colors in better. And this just gives me a chance to think about it. What I'm going to do. Now I got that bird right here. That's probably a rock. That's probably why that's purple. There. And then these guys just push some of the paint away. Even though it's always going to be there. I can just create enough room for a little bit of white. It'll help. It'll do all the work. It'll just soften itself for me. And all the other stuff's all knife work anyway. I might be doing a lot of this in knife work anyway. That's pretty good. I don't need to do little stuff, but this will help. Give me a little more, some subtleties to play with. So you don't want to play with that rock too much. Don't give it any more. It's not deserve any more. Okay. I'm first going to put this in with my knife. Then I'm going to brush it out with my bristle and hit it a few times with my bristle. So I'm going to start off here with some yellow orange. Yeah, yellow orange. I have yellow and transparent oxide, great. Yeah, I'm going to use burnt sienna instead, but basically the same color. So when I lay it in here, I can get about the same look. good color. Hit a few yellows, stronger yellows right here on the edge here with that color. That some of that yellow white right in here. Okay. So this is more of a pink. I'm looking at a pink. This might, these first ones are going to jump out and look like sore thumbs. You put them in. And that's because I'm probably too dark. So let's get the value right. So this is value. That value is way too off. Let's try this one. It's a couple steps lighter, darker. That's much better. I just took the Cad Red Phthalo Green mix with on the red side all the way down, but I did not. I lightened it up a little bit lighter than it was, and really came close to what I needed value-wise. So I'm just going to hit the tops of these rocks, these waves here with that color, and just put a piece of paint there, right? Just putting little piece of piles of paint there, and then I'm going to use my bristle brush just to move them along, manipulate them a little bit. Okay. And they'll darken up a little bit more after that. Back in here, you can start to see what happens. I'll get around this rock up here. All the good stuff's going to happen right where that bird is. I know it. So I'm just going to, bird got in the way. So bringing this purple out a little bit. I got to get some more yellow in that area before I get going here. Just pushing some yellow into it. Yeah. Because I have my colors made ahead of time and everything, when I put it in like that, I can pay attention to what was happening when I put it in there, and it just smooshed like that and got these transparencies and some thick paints and thin paints. I said, that's exactly what's supposed to happen in there. So, you know, stay back, relax a little bit. Don't overpaint. Same over here when I do the same thing. Need to get a little more brighter yellows into that area up here. Just kind of flop around a little bit. Have some fun. Okay. All right, I'm going to go back to that my pink again I made up. This is again Cad Red, just a little phthalo green in it. A lot of Cad Red and white. Yeah. Really well right in here. Yeah. So I'm going to start with that pretty much in here. That looks pretty doggone good. This is the lighter version of it I want to bring in. Basically just has a little more white in it. I have not used the yellow one yet. The yellow one is like your final little brightness. You can't get any brighter than it. So you try to stay away from it till you really, really are there and you need it. Try to do it with the pinks and blue. I don't even use the blueies yet. So This is just pink. Like I said, right there could go a little more yellow. Not quite that much. Bring that out now. Start to push it all together. Definitely knife's a good way to go on this part. I think that, you know, because it's, but you put it in and you kind of push it around and keep it moving. You don't mix too much in one spot or you're gonna make mud. Getting built up a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna gray out that color a little bit because it's pink. I want a little blue into it. So it's kind of grays out a little bit. So it's more of a purple now. Purple for these farther areas back here. And for all this, anything that happens back in here over this stuff is this color. So it has create a lot of space. All right. Lost my beautiful little thing I wanted. Here. Rock got in here. Too much information. All right. What I'm going to start putting in. I'm going to hit this with my bristle brush first. Just move some things around, shapes around. Just grabbing the edges of these shapes and pulling them around a little bit for the tops here. Dragging them down so they're not all like, you don't create too much of a line, one line. You have a few kind of really wiggly lines. Pull it out a little bit, start to get this back edge over some of that yellow. The yellow will start to show up a little bit better here now. The yellow, everything's going to start to push together here a little bit. Spinning your brush a little bit helps. Now back up here, yeah, it's very much of a mess. Just the side of the brush, just pushing it down and pushing it around. A lot of times just softening an edge with the back of the bristle brush, just pushing it down. A little bit of everything in this class. More just as far as I go, and then I'll just take these guys down. Touch them back, you know, just touch them. They'll grow themselves back if you just touch them. Sure, there's not too many edges over here. Okay. All right, what do I need? Ready to put in the lighter values. What time we got? Over half an hour, so should have plenty of time. This is working out pretty good right in here. Okay, what I'm going to do, let me see if what I want to do is load up my brush. Probably just should touch oil. We're going to load it up with some of this light what's it? Oh, that was phthalo green and the Lizerin and white. And I'm going to see about doing this spot here. So just have a little bit of oil on it. Twisting my brush, flapping it down, and just rolling it into these sections here, and letting it come off. And we just have a couple little spots you got to come back in and connect. That's not bad. That's the right color too. Just a little richness. Then over here, yeah, I got this 9 here I liked. Just touching the paint, just touching the surface now. Just pushing it. That's how you're going to create all this look here. It's just pushing your brush with paint on it. Just the bristle brush, just softly put it down and just push on it after it's settled. Let it push some paint away and leave that the color in place. Really shows up over here really well. Okay. That's that color. Let me see if it goes. I think it goes here, but I think that's more blue. Phthalo. Right in here. Just gonna put it in, roll my brush to the tips. And it's not bad. All those light colors I made up, I'm thinking now I probably not gonna even need them. This might be all too bright down in here too. Just gonna run some of this blue white again in here and just grab the edges of these yellow pieces and just kind of pull it down a little bit. Kind of lost my dark edge right there. I'm gonna want to put that back in. A couple red oranges here at the edges I want to put in. That's okay. I want to put the bird in next. So bird goes in. Right about here. Really close to the bottom here. So I'm just gonna create a U form. Doesn't need much paint for the head. The legs there. That's about it. Good, good taste, good synthetic would be good for this. Color red brown, I think was going to start off with. So I got a little phthalo and oxide, transparent oxide here. No, this is a oxide light oxide. Just gonna basically put the bird in. You know, from the bottom, get that bottom section there. Solid brown. Probably his head too. Clean fingers would have helped. No. Anyway. So let's fuck, rest. using transparent oxide and phthalo green with white. Mixing them up a little bit. Gonna get that edge. You want to get that edge. Softer. Okay. Now I can get the stuff behind him. Yeah, I just didn't do too much there on him. Okay, what else? A little blue gray behind him. Just gonna manipulate these spots here a little bit. All right, I think the last little things, but now I'm gonna finally get to my yellow white. Yeah. Said there's a few spots. I'm gonna put a few behind this bird here, just to make him pop. One front and then one in front here. Just little spots with my knife. What's thinking about putting it here, but I'm thinking about the strength I want to put it in because I'm afraid it's going to draw more attention to it if I have a big yellow splash there. It'll be like this right there instead of here. So I'm thinking about, well, blue's not the perfect color either, was it? Higher key than that would have been better. Try not to use too much yellow right there. I think it's just going to be too strong. I just get across these things in these areas here. Sew these areas up. You're gonna find little spots of yellow, white, blue, and pinks and stuff going through here, being like little roadways going through this area here. It'll settle it all down. It's gonna connect you guys with the tip of the knife. Just enough paint on the very tip of the knife to draw it around. I can draw it around here. It's gonna scratch. It's not gonna put it on too evenly like a brush would. This is the phthalo green alizarin mix on the green side. Push more orange back in here. That'll be about it. That'll be good enough. Should do it. I'll put just a few of these heads in. This phthalo green and again, just tie this stuff all together. gonna stop there. It's gonna get too much really quick. I'll bring you in for a look. But here we go. Now you can see the rocks in the front. You know, there's still a little bit of work to do to soften some things up. I want to put darks right back in here again. I kind of lost them right in here and there. And not that bad, though, but maybe okay. Yeah, and then the smush back there. I think the definitely the leaves on top will add a little bit to it. So, but that's where I'm at. Let's see where you guys are. Turn on your stuff. Let's see who we got here. Jane didn't paint. Did you paint, Jane?
No, I didn't, but I'm watching, yeah.
Oh, I know you are.
You
How's
go, Jim.
Brody?
He's pretty good. He's a lot better than he was.
Good. Good to hear. Okay, Mike. Mike spoke.
Yeah.
Here's Mike. Let's see what he did. Let's be surprised. Wow. Wow. That's cool. Wow, that's some really cool effects going in there, Mike. I like the way that water's coming across there. What'd you use?
I did brush until the very end, and then I just did a lot of knife and got real rough, real sloppy with it. I think it's coming together.
Oh, it's coming together. That bottom part's really great. I don't even mind the top edge like that, left like that. That's pretty cool. That's neat looking.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Glad. Yeah, thanks for showing that. Man, I would say whatever you do now, just don't work there anymore. That's good. Work a little bit more on top, but you know, less is more on this one. This is some pretty cool shapes going on there.
Yeah. Thank you. I might get that bird in. I'm gonna get the bird in.
Okay, get the bird. That might be interesting. And then if it doesn't work out, scratch it out. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, will do.
All right.
Thank you,
That's
Jim.
Cool. I like that. I like the effect. That color on those rocks, water is really great.
Remember that
Okay.
Hawaii coast scene you did a few years ago?
Yeah,
I think it's got a lot of that in it.
I think so too. It does. It's
Thank
very
you.
bright. That blue's tense. Okay. Let's get Kathleen. Kathleen, did you paint?
Yeah, I did.
You were running
was
around
afraid
at
to
the
look at
beginning.
it,
I'm not sure
color.
where you went.
Um,
Ooh, Kathleen.
Let me go this way. Maybe that'll be better.
Wow.
It's a little wild.
No, but Kathleen, the way that the water's coming off that front rock, those rocks, that's gorgeous. That's a beautiful effect going on there. It's like, don't add any more strokes to that area.
Don't touch. Okay.
I think
You
that
mean
whole
right in
front
here? Right there?
Oh no, I'm at the top of the rock too. That
Oh, the
blues and
top of the
stuff
rock?
and greens.
Oh, okay.
Really good there. I mean, yeah, you got that one little spot in the front of that rock that needs to be touched up. The water, the way that water went in down there too. Yeah, you just pointed to. Yeah, leave that alone. Just
Okay.
just touch the back side too. Oh my God, I don't know. I don't know if I'd even touch that back end. I think you hit the wave in the back better.
You're talking at the top
The
here?
smush. Yeah,
Right here.
that
There.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
That sits back there. It's not too white. I mean, yeah, I could go a little bit, but not much. I'd like to.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
like
had
what
it
you.
real
I like
high.
the way you brushed that out, and it feels effective.
Okay.
And so with the other things, I would say, yeah, just God, I'm not
A
sure where
tiny
else I
bit?
want to. What do you want to do left on this?
What do I want?
What do you want to do left? What do you want to do on this anymore?
Whatever
now?
you do, I just copy what you do.
I know, but I think you are in a cool spot here. Try to bring in some of those oranges, but you don't have to go as bright as I did. I think you can stay where
Okay.
you just a little bit stronger than what you got there, but not anything else.
Like,
But I
don't
would
you
not.
think in here it needs a little more work?
Where's that?
Like this whole area.
Well, just that a little bit, but it's kind of glowing.
Yeah, I
And it
know.
has-
I know what you mean though. If you start messing with it too much, it turns to muck. But
Yeah, I would say just a few things to pull through there, but it's all little teeny stuff now. It's not anything. You're not trying to add anything else there.
okay.
Because that water coming off that rock like you did, that's got such a great sheen to it. That is gorgeous, and it just tells you everything.
Okay.
And
Well-
that's dominant. That's what you did. That's where it's working great.
All right. I'll try not to mess with. I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, you say that. You say that.
And
Keep
then the
going.
next time I show it, it's a totally different painting.
I like that though. I like what's going on there. Okay,
Okay.
let's see. Linda,
Thank you.
turn your stuff on, Linda. Can't be a coward all day.
Myself, there you go. I did not paint, I've just been watching, but wow, Kathleen and Mike's were fabulous.
Did they do great?
Great job, yeah. But I'll let you
Yeah.
know when I've done it. But yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, good. Yeah, I know you will. I know you will. It's pretty hot down there, huh? And you got it's got a lot of floods too going on in Florida. Anyway,
Unfortunately, only in the south part of Florida are they getting rain. We desperately need it here. So fingers
Oh,
crossed,
really?
rain dances. Yeah, rain dances.
okay. All right. Okay.
Mhm.
All right then. Well, that's it, folks. I got to pack up here real quick and get out of here. So I'm going to say goodnight. And
Have
we'll
a
see you
safe
guys-
trip.
Yeah, thanks. We'll see you guys all next week for something. If
Hey,
It's
you
gonna
Jim.
be really hot in Kentucky.
probably.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Have a good
Okay.
one. Have a great week.
Take care.
Night.
Good night.
Night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thanks.